Guys, welcome to Babel. Guys, in this video, I'll tell you what res judicata means. It's a very important principle in judicial proceedings. So before I get into this, the meaning and definition of this word, let me show you an example. Suppose that Mr. X is a contractor, okay, and he builds a house for Mr. Y. Now, Mr. X has completed the house and Mr. Y owes him payment of $50,000. Now, what Mr. Y did is that he did not pay this $50,000 to Mr. X. Now, what recourse is available to Mr. X? Well, Mr. X can go to the court and he can say that I have completed my work, I have built a house, and Y is not paying me 50Ks. Now, what the court will do is that court will hear all the arguments and it will decide with facts and figures that yes, Mr. Y will have to pay 50K to X. So the court has given the judgment, and Mr. Y is now bound to give $50,000 to X. Now, suppose that Mr. X, being the contractor, feels that the cost of the house and was more than 50,000. In fact, he says he believes that it was 60K. So he thinks that, well, why not go to the court once again and uh, demand to the court that the court says to X to give him 10K more. Now, when Mr. X will go to the court, the courts will say that this matter has already been decided. Okay, so this exactly is the meaning of res judicata. It means that a subject matter has already been decided. So courts will no longer entertain the appeal of Mr. X because the issue has already been decided. Now, why is this important? Because once people get relief from the courts, there's a temptation that they go to the courts once again and expect more relief. Now, this process would basically start infinite applications before the courts. So the courts will get overburdened and they will not be able to hear even the genuine cases. So res judicata is very important for efficient functioning of the courts, so that other people also get time in front of the courts to put their cases. So now let's go into the nitty gritty. Okay, talking about this word res judicata, res means a subject matter. Okay, here let me show you. Res means a subject matter and judicata means decided, something that's been decided. So reading this in conjunction, res judicata means a subject matter has been decided. That is a case. In our case, the case between the contractor and Mr. Y has been decided for worth $50,000 in compensation to Mr. X. So now let's read this. Res judicata is a principle that when there is an action and the said action has reached a subsequent decision or judgment, the parties to the action cannot re-enter the action on the same basis since the subject matter has already been decided. So you cannot petition to the court on the same subject matter on the same terms because the case has already been decided. You cannot go to the court again and say that okay, you have to decide it this way or that way. So that's not going to happen, because this will open the floodgates of litigation in the courts, and those deserving more time for the courts, they will not get the time for the courts. So let me see you this. For example, if John enters an action against Megan for not paying him for the construction of her house and the action reaches a judgment, John cannot re-enter an action for the same reason since the subject matter has already been decided. Similar, it's basically similar to our case, that once court awarded X $50,000 in compensation, then Mr. X cannot go to the court again and say that no, he deserves $70,000 or $60,000. So I hope this video clarified your concept as to what res judicata means. Judicata means a thing which has been decided, and res means subject matter. Res judicata means a subject which has been decided. For more videos, to subscribe to Bearable. Thanks for watching.